a good number of us have commented on the worry of actually the hostages that are released from Gaza being under threat from the Israelis. And one of the Israeli news channels actually showed this report today.
Here in our management of this war, you will not be used by the international community or by our own leftists who managed the Shalit deal as a weapon against us.
No.
And if that means imprisoning to silence certain members of the hostage families, then so be it. We're in a state of war. I was dead set against turning all these posters out with kidnapped, with all these pictures of these poor people that were kidnapped. Why? Because each one of them was a poison dart.
Wow, says quite a lot there, doesn't he? They are really worried about what these hostages are going to say. They're already coming out and saying that they weren't badly treated. They've had to be kind of taken to Egypt, a number of them, because they're worried about what the Israelis are going to do. Are the Israelis just going to lock them up again to keep them away from the press? This is not something that, we should be accepting as normal. And listen to what that guy says. Each one of the posters of the kidnapped hostages was a poisoned dart. He's saying that because if there were no posters, they could lie about who had been kidnapped. They could come up with some crisis actor to say that they'd been kidnapped, to say that they'd been beaten, to say that they'd been harmed, when they know that that's not what they're going to get from these people in this hostage exchange. Along with the terrible scenes of women who have been arrested 8 years ago finally being released back to their mothers, having never had a trial, boys of 13 being released into Gaza who've been arrested and kept for 4 years, a man who's been in solitary confinement for 13 years has forgotten his own family. These are the scenes that were coming from the other side. But there's no legislation, there's no blocking. There is just a lot of people really, really glad to see their loved ones, and people grateful that the journalists are willing to film it. On the Israeli side, there's none of that, because they want to make sure that the hostages are vetted and prepped before they give any speeches. And here they are outrightly threatening these hostages, saying, if you tell the truth about this, we are going to go after you and your family. How is anyone still standing with these people? They really are losing it, and as they lose it, I think public opinion is going to have to follow. This is really, really poor from Israel.